I believe largely in part to screen watching, but we are going to get our match started here.
Yeah, they are calculated risks, literally.
Oh, for sure. Just the normal C-spin opener from Vince. Love that.
Right, some elegant all spins coming from Vince, the classic.
Oh, the misdrop
Okay,
from Vince
unfortunate
is
misdrops
going
though.
to... Adri's board not looking great. They have the pieces to get out. And there's the combo down stack, the 19 spike there. Not even really seeming to
19
catch Vince off guard.
19 from pure cheese too. That's not gonna shift Vince's momentum too much though. Yeah, big 24, and that's gonna be enough.
What was that setup? Wait, what was Vince trying to do at the end there?
Wait,
what was that?
Yeah. Wait, pause.
What was? I want to know what Vince's plan was with that.
Someone clipped that. Yeah.
Oh, Vince misrotating that J piece does look like it's going to cost the round. Vince is just very much like a let him cook. I see him with the most bizarre setup in the world, and I'm just like, you just gotta let him do his thing. Vince does choose to break that back-to-back, though.
Ambitious going to,
use that opportunity to build that back-to-back, and there's the... I love the continuation to open up the well, but Adri has to break, and Vince is just going to continue building that up with a 30 spike. Adri up at the top, surviving.
Yeah, lives. All right, gets to the resources, but oh, never mind. Okay, but what is this surge build from Vince? Oh, but
the greeting for the T piece there is insane. The DT?
The DT?
The DT at the top of the board is something. And then the C-spin afterwards. Oh no, that's
into DT. Sure thing, Vince. Sure thing.
Sure, let's build multiple DTs on row 15. That's what we're doing with our times here, Vince. Okay, yeah, that's quite the way to do that Z-spin.
Dude, the prophecy? Come on. Okay, yeah, getting a bit too greedy here. Yeah, this can't quite find a good follow-up attack. No, never mind, still gets a kill. Adri's board wasn't in the best state to defend.
Yeah. Yeah, so Vince just finding the edge out right there at the top. Peak Vincing it gameplay, so true. And that is a misdrop there from Adri on that C-spin. Vince realizes that, trying to take advantage, but Vince's board isn't looking too great, and Adri is going to come out of this alive with that -9 on the top. Adri's keeping his board clean to try to anticipate this. There it goes, and Adri's one piece off of the survival on that. There was a TI in the queue, but if that J wasn't there, that was livable.
That's kind of unfortunate too. The queue is just, oh, these are the pieces you need? Well, too bad you're one piece late.
Adri plonking a lot here. And Vince just uses that as a permission to spike. Vince with the S-spin triple opener. Adri using that time, though, to get that back-to-back going and keeping that advantage. Vince is going to get into this well and continue building back-to-back on his own terms, and that's a misdrop from Vince. That's going to slow him down. He's going to try to all-spin out of this, but Adri choosing not to mirror break. Oh!
Good search break, damn.
I was just about to say that Adri may have missed his window to break that there, but nope, there it is. Finds that window and finds the point.
Okay, a bit rough. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say a bit rough for Adri, but no. Transitions into the surge build just fine. Oh, but
that's one way to handle that misdrop.
Not looking good. Yeah.
The horizontal eye to fix that misdrop with the skim That was great. That was very well played to the point where I thought that that was a misdrop in and of itself, but sadly not quick enough. Vince just
Some
spamming out these
spin.
all spins. The misdrop there from Vince is going to force him to break. Both players break. Vince has some time because Adri doesn't have material yet, and Adri now up the top.
With a bunch of cheese too. What's Adri's gonna do about it? Nothing much. As just this much pressure coming from Vince. What are you gonna do against that?
Right, and Vince did a great job there of kind of backing Adri into a corner where Adri was just sitting there trying to skim, nothing else they could do, and that is exactly where Vince wants to have them, and yeah, that perfect clear there. A little bit of an opener round, a little bit of a misdrop on Adri's side, but Vince found the opportunity.
Oh, good. Well for Vince here. Might be able to leverage it. And yes, he does.
The J-spin triple in the middle of that was so unnecessary, but I loved it.
It was even better as he can transition into a T-spin double afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, the triple.
So that -8 now appearing on Adri's board as Adri is skimming yet again. I mean, that's where Vince wants him to be, is just constantly skimming up at the top of the board with the -19, and Vince does not even need to break surge. I have just looked at the seed that these players are playing for. Winner gets 15th seed out of 16.
That's a bit messed up if you think about it. Vince?
It is a little messed up. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite the unorthodox T-spin single, but it works out in Vince's favor. Oh, that's the wrong overhang for the I-spin though.
All right, now Adri's the one with the back-to-back advantage. Adri breaks, leaves things even. And Vince is building up that back-to-back.
Ooh, what was that sequence from Vince? That was so elegant. And he's going.
Yeah, that's one way to do that, Vince. 27 spike, 38 spike, but Adri lives it. Adri surviving and keeping that stack clean as he does it too. Ooh, and just as I say that,
Yeah,
Vince notices the flaws in Adri's stack and just capitalizes.
Yeah, Adri did a really good job defending against the first surge, but not the one after that. And it's match point for Vince.
But Vince is up at the top. This isn't looking good. Gets out for now, and Adri does notice that they did have the timing for that there. I think there was a little bit of a misdrop off the top from Vince, but still well played from Adri there to find their opening. Ooh, that's not looking good for Adri. That's a giant overhang, but Vince finds the kill, notices the opening. And that is going to be Vince moving on to take the 15 seed in the round of 16.
Incredible performance.
Yeah, that is the end of Adri's tournament run. That is the end of our losers. But that was